Good video, man. I love your perception and your understanding about so many issues. I mean, the reason I have so much respect for you because you don't take a singular question and try to justify every understanding because of your singular questioning. Like so many atheists try to come to the conclusion that there is no God and look for multiple reasons to justify it. Unlike you actually come to questioning and understanding about religious people and try to justify their perspective. That is deserving of so much respect, and I love you, no homo about it, but I do love your perspective, and your willingness to question stuff because that's the true thing that we really honestly should be doing as humans. It's just too many people come to understanding about reality, and then past that they refuse to question anything else. And the thing I've realized on YouTube, even though I have a large respect for a lot of atheists, because an atheist perspective is based in logic, religious perspective is based in so many different variety of characteristics. It's really hard to define it or identify it as a singular perspective. But the conclusion I came to is the problem with religion and atheism is pretty much the same. Like if you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, and automatically if you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to hell. You're not willing to see anything over here. Like there could be tons of stuff over here that can go like largely deeply, but you're unwilling to see that because of the fact you've already felt that you came to the conclusion or understanding perspective to which automatically is the end of all ends. And same thing with atheism. You believe that there is no God, and automatically everything over here you're not willing to see. You don't want to see it because of the fact that you already came to your conclusion. So there's a direct contradiction in both, sides of the story. It's just that too many people are too willing to accept their previous perspective and really unwilling to accept any lack or any degree of criticism for their perspective because they've already came to their understanding and think that it's automatically right or ulti- ultimatum, or that their ultimatum to which they came to is the one to which should be viewed throughout the world. So when that stuff happens, automatically people refuse to really look at stuff in a logical sense, and you do look at stuff in a logical sense. In fact, the reason I watch your videos is because of the fact that I love seeing your progress of understanding of the world and so on and so forth. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't agree with everything you say, but everything you say is automatically through your own interpretation, and you express that through your videos, which I have so much respect for. And I mean, like me and Faith, I've defended Faith again and again. I actually have PC Pat Collins, I think his name is. The atheist that came with the video said like aggressive atheism. I can't reply with that, and I mean this is the thing. The problem I have with a lot of atheists is they kind of link like religion. Actually, you know what? They link like faith, spirit, and the soul with religion because it's easier to identify and literally clarify what their belief is. If faith, perspective, spirit, and soul is all linked with religion. If it's not linked with religion, they automatically have to come to their own conclusion. They don't want to do it because automatically they see the ignorant stuff from religion and they say, you know what, these religious people believe what they believe, so automatically I'm better because I don't believe this stuff. If you come to that conclusion, automatically you're just an ignorant fuck trying to take claim to something or take claim of a non-belief in something to which someone else came to. If you really came to understanding about faith, which I know you have because like you identify the difference between faith and religion and faith in general, which is something that I've yet to hear from so many atheists on YouTube. But when you do that, you start to question everything. And that's the thing that I think a lot of atheists are scared to really question. They don't, because they've already came to the conclusion, just like the same conclusion that so many religious people are scared to come to. They're like, the possibility of there being no God. They're scared to come to that conclusion. They're scared to come to that understanding. Same thing with atheists. Like, if you're a devout atheist and automatically think you came to the conclusion of, pure understanding, pure reality, that there is no God, if there is, proof or, like evidence that there might be a God, you're gonna try to denounce it to preserve your own perspective because you came to that conclusion. So automatically is more along the lines of self preservation than is along the lines of self understanding because at the end of the day, you're gonna look to defend yourself most of anything because of the fact that you want to state your own perspective if you feel it's right. Now, if someone's gonna like sure to come up to you and say you're wrong, automatically you're gonna defend yourself through many different aspects and many different understanding. Problem, I think, we're religious people that think, like, look at the Bible. And I don't agree with that by any means. I think that if you really want to believe in Jesus, you should believe in his teachings. And I think that anybody that has to believe that Jesus was white to worship him automatically has no idea what the message to which he taught. So I mean, it's a contradiction in your perspective and your understanding if you honestly need to believe that Jesus was one way or the other. I look at Jesus as a great example of a person, and automatically the stuff that he taught has sustained 2,000 years and is worth reevaluating. And that's my perspective on Jesus. I don't need to believe he's the Son of God. In fact, he never said he was the Son of God or God, but I believe he's a good person. That's all I need. It's just atheists always trying to classify people or religious icons in a certain category of mythical characters in order to make themselves feel better about their position of understanding on religion. And I think that's bullshit. I don't have any respect for that shit, and I will cuss a motherfucker out who thinks that shit. And I'm not talking about you because you know what, man? I love you, no homo, but your willingness to understand something and accept it as it is, not as people present it as it is something that I do not see nearly enough in society. But since you do it, man, I want you to make videos forever. But I know it's probably not gonna happen. But keep making your videos, keep doing what you do, and I love it. I really do because it really helps me take an outro perspective on my intro perspective understanding, and I really like that because I want to get a better understanding about the world around me through other people's perspectives, which is the thing that most people who came to a singular conclusion about God have not done or are unwilling to do. So keep what you're doing up. I mean, I think that you're. I don't know what conclusion you're going to come to, but I love seeing your thought process and your understanding to which the conclusion that you do come to because they're very logical and very logically based on reality, which is very much respectable. Perspective before peace. HS, human out. Love you, man.